people here for this special occasion today. I'll just say a few words before we begin the ordination. This word ordination is kind of a tricky word. We have a cultural context for the term ordination, which mostly in North America is a Christian understanding of the term ordination. The term in Japanese is Tokudo, and it gets expressed in a lot of different ways. And when we say ordination, mostly in our mind, we think a division between laity and clergy. And we say someone who's ordained is a clergy person, someone who isn't ordained is a lay person. And in a way, that's not so, it kind of maps onto Buddhism, but there's a much more intricate thing that is happening. Depending on the causes and conditions of a seeker's life, they may take on a more intimate relationship with a particular tradition. And that's what ordinations have to do with. The connection with a particular tradition and a particular teacher and a particular community. Every one of us has an unfathomable karmic stream from a Buddhist perspective. So we come into this life with all kinds of causes and conditions. Almost all of them we cannot see. And we are just like on this river. And we don't know all of the forces that bring us into life. Some of them we can see. They're very explicit, like our parents, or our children, or our childhood friend, our own personality, our own proclivities, our own, like, what do you call those? Opposite of things we like. Aversions, yeah, resistances. So some of those we can see fairly easily, but a lot of them we can't. And one of the wonderful things about living is that these karmic connections are revealed throughout our life. So we may meet someone and fall in love and develop a partnership and create a family together. That's one kind of karmic connection that finds its expression through our life. For spiritual seekers, there's another version of that. There is falling in spiritual love. There is finding a way, which we can't force. And then, if we're lucky, we find a particular tradition, a particular community, a particular teacher that we can take as our guide. It's not that common. Most people don't live that life, but some people do. And it's not important that everyone does, but it's important that people who have that kind of seeking heart pay attention to it and see what unfolds. So that's the basis of ordination. So the three ordinees today, Ginger, we know her as Tojun in the Dharma. Will, or we know Will as Dokyu in our community. Rose, Jikko. They have all walked this path of seeking for a long time and have encountered many different traditions, different ways of practicing. And through the fullness of their exploration, we come to this gateway today in which they are ordering their life through this particular tradition, this particular community, and with me as their particular teacher. God help them. Really, I think this is something that is not as explicit in many religious traditions as it is within Zen. That we have a lineage, and the lineage is we chant every morning here at the temple, morning service. We chant all of these teachers down from Shakyamuni Buddha to the present day. Actually, we also chant the names of Shakyamuni Buddha's teachers. And Shakyamuni Buddha's teacher's teacher, all the way back, into antiquity. So in that practice, there is a deep reverence for what it means to encounter the Buddha Dharma, the truth, we could say, the law of things, through personified beings. I'm not trying to get too heady there, but like persons. That's the way that it's carried. That our person is actually a vehicle of the Dharma. The only way that we really believe that my own person is a vehicle of the Dharma is to meet another being and to recognize that their person is a vehicle of the Dharma. And that's what it means to enter into the teacher-student relationship. It's not just a teacher is perfect and student is not perfect, and they're trying to become perfect. It's a deep recognition in our heart that we all personify the Buddha Dharma. How are we going to rise to that challenge? And so I would ask you today to participate in these ordinations with a full confidence in the choice that the three ordinees have made. And that walking through this gate, we can't really know what is on the other side. That's what the real gates are like. I love to tell about these gates. I know I say this over and over, but you're hearing for this tons of times. And these gates in Japanese gardens, the first time I came across it, it just blew me away. Just beautiful ornate gates, or temple gates can be the same way. Just beautiful ornate gates with these big doors, ironclad and everything, and then there's no walls. So like you could just walk around the gate, or you could walk through the gate. And that's a lot like what this spiritual practice is like. It's actually fine to walk around the gate. There's a whole garden there that is made for you. But also there's walking through the gate. And walking through the gate, you know something that you don't know if you don't walk through the gate. And so that's what this business of ordination is about. And then when you walk through it, you become responsible. And that's where the particular community, the specific relations of our life become a vehicle of the Dharma, because then we are committed to them, to utilize them for our own awakening, for the awakening. So the ordination will go on for an amount of time that will seem longer than is reasonable. So I just invite you to enter into a kind of meditative state. For those of you who are used to ritual, that will seem very normal, but if you don't experience, or your life doesn't have a lot of ritual in it, the key to keeping it from seeming just like, why is this seems so complicated, is don't try to figure it out. And don't try to say, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? Actually come into your own body and mind and heart and just be present and let it teach you rather than trying to understand. This is the difference. When you try to understand, you're walking forward a little too much. You're pushing in a little too much. If you just stay present in your own heart, your own body, and then you pay attention, there will be little things that teach you. You don't need to understand. And in that way, it's a kind of a meditation that we all share into together. We'll just say before I go and change my robes for the ordination, that before this ordination starts, Joanne will be asking to enter into postulancy, which is a preparatory period towards a priest ordination. And so that will happen first, and then we'll go to ordination. And this robe changing business, just so you know, I received a robe from my teacher when he entrusted the Dharma to me. So I don't go to change robes just because I want to look different. Actually, the robe he entrusted to me doesn't look very much different than this one. You might have a sweet watch and see if you can tell it. But it's what's called a 9-panel robe. This is a 7-panel to remember exactly. But there is everything within ritual has that kind of quality. A lot of it you can't see, but some of it you can see. So like when I leave to change my robe, that's to be able to sit on the seat. I actually have to wear that robe. I can't wear this robe when I sit on the seat because it allows me then to do something which he entrusted to me. That's it.